Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Webby Sports Roundup here in the biggest sports bar in San Eugenio Alto. It is the Palm Sports Bar. Thank you to Mark and to Graham. Leeds United, and he is the other one. He's a Spud. That means you're a Tottenham fan, Mark. Well done, son. We're here on a Wednesday afternoon, and we're changing things, as I told you last week. Instead of having one big long show, we're going to split it 3 or 4 shows per week, and we're going to start interviewing people. Well, I am anyway, and we'll get Terry in on a Thursday shirt. You know what I mean, don't you? This week, we're going to be talking about cricket, and cricket. The Ashes, Essex, everything you want about cricket is me man, who's coming on in a couple of seconds' time. We're going to ask him the questions. He's going to give us the answers. We want to know where he's from, how he started following cricket, and how he started following Essex Cricket Club, because he's got all the gear on. Here's me pal, Wagsy. How are you, son?
All right, Webby.
Nice to see you, big man.
Pleased to be here, mate.
You were on a few weeks ago, weren't you?
That's right.
With Andy
just
Swallow.
come back from Prague.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, can you stop name dropping, will you? Because you won the cup, didn't you?
Conference Cup, yeah. Conference
Fantastic.
League.
Now listen, you tell me you're the biggest cricket fan in Tenerife. Now what you got to do? You got to prove it to me. What I want to know, from start, where did you start supporting cricket? Was it your father took you to Essex Cricket Camp, Chelmsford, or whatever? Come on, tell me.
Right. I started going to Essex. I used to stay at my nan's a lot during the school holidays.
Yep.
And she used to live in Leytonstone. And I used to go to the bottom of the road, get on the 58 bus, go to Leyton, because at that time, Essex used to play all their cricket at Leyton's ground. They didn't play at Chelmsford then. They used to go around all different festival grounds, Southend, Chalkwall, Clacton, Colchester, Romford, Ilford.
Yeah.
But the main ground was Leyton.
Is that Leyton Orient, the football? No?
Yeah, it's just,
okay.
if you got off the stop before, Webby, you'd be at Leyton Orient.
Okay.
So what I used to do, I used to bring a friend up, stay at my nan's during the 6 weeks holiday, and we would go over and we would spend the majority of that 6 weeks, because Essex always seemed to have a couple of home games when that was on.
Yeah.
My dad being a baker, he was always working, so the only times he used to take me over there was on a Sunday, and they used to play in the JPL, the John Player League.
And the Gillette Cup, yeah,
I remember. That used to be the 40 over game.
I remember.
Of a Sunday over there, it used to be a full house, and that's where the association with West Ham came from, because obviously it's a stone throw away from
When you say a
West
full
Ham.
house, what sort of crowd are we talking? 2, 3, 4,
Well,
5?
we're talking probably at Ilford, at Leyton, round about 4,000 in them days.
Yeah.
But 4,000 of cricket was a lot. Obviously, the likes of Middlesex, Surrey, playing at Test grounds.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously, they've got a lot more. But Essex, being a festival ground team, don't get big crowds. No. But when they go to the festivals, it's packed every day.
Fantastic.
And it was a good idea because it gave people all around the different parts of Essex a chance to see the cricket.
Superb.
So that's where I started off going.
Lovely. Right, let's start with the big things, right? We'll talk of the Ashes, all right? We had the first Ashes, we lost 4-0 2-3 years ago.
We got whitewashed 5-0.
Got smashed, didn't we?
Yeah.
Smashed a bit.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to get it back, but it's not looking too healthy at the moment, is it?
Well, in fairness, both games could have gone either way.
Yeah.
The first game, whether we declared too early, that's debatable. People say we did, but when they wanted 70 to win and we had their bowlers to get out, really, the odds were that England was going to win that game.
Sure.
And they just batted further down and in depth. Plus, they batted correctly.
Yeah.
The problem with our tailenders, they seem to come in, think, well, we're not going to get these runs.
Yeah.
And they don't really, to me, put up
a big fight.
A big fight.
Yeah.
I felt sorry for Stokes in the last test. He scored 155. It was an absolute colossal innings. It made you think, well, is he human or not this bloke? The way he was smashing them out the ground.
I had to go somewhere, and my mate Dawn says, "What are you watching this?" I said, "Dawn." Even she got. I said, "I can't go nowhere. You can't. You had to watch it till the end. You just didn't want him to get out, did you?"
No.
3 sixes on the bounce, and even the Aussies were going, We could be losing this, boys.
I mean, we made them panic.
Yeah.
The bookmakers are very rarely wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
And England was back down from 33 to 1 before Stoke started going mad. They were a 33 to 1 shot. Towards the end, when Stokes got to about 150, I checked the odds.
Yeah.
And England had gone to 13 to 8 on to win the game.
Unbelievable.
Once Stokes went as a game, apart from the last two hanging around for 20 runs, the in-between was poor.
It was
and
poor.
If they put the effort in while Stokes was out there, I can't understand why they couldn't have carried it on and, try to get a bit closer.
Yeah.
But it's like everything else. You can say that we've nearly won 2 games, but at the end of the day, nearly's not good enough.
No.
We have lost both games. Now, I think it'll be a different story at Headingley.
Before we go to there, let's talk. Listen, I watched it, you saw it, we all saw it. Tell me your version of the Bairstow out, the run out. What you thought.
The rules of cricket are, unless the ball is called dead, in other words, the umpire's calling over, that ball is alive. I think Bairstow lacked concentration.
Agreed.
And wandered out of his crease. Now, the only thing that you can argue about is whether it was in the spirit of the game to do what they did.
Of course.
But bearing in mind, this is the Ashes between England and Australia. And sometimes the spirit of the game
goes out the window.
Goes out the window.
People don't realise, if you're not into cricket, they just don't realise how big this is, the Ashes, do they? England, Australia. Massive, isn't it? Massive.
I mean, it's massive. There is another thing that's similar, and it causes a lot of controversy. If you're playing a shorter version of the game, and a bowler comes up the bowl when these teams are chasing 7 and 8 and over, they're backing up, so they wander out their crease. Now, the reason they wander out their crease is because really they're cheating. Because basically they're trying to get an unfair advantage of getting to the other end quicker. So when a bowler removes the bowels and they're given out, there's murders over it. That's cheating. Well, really, you've got to look at it 2 ways. The batsman's cheating. He knows he's not allowed to come out that crease until the ball's been played. So the idea is you give them a warning. That is a fair way. You warn the batsman, if you come out again, I'm going to stump you out.
Of course.
That way, they could have done that, the Australians. They could have turned around and said, well, we'll give you a warning this time, but you wander out your crease again and we'll do it. But again, it's the Ashes. They wanted to go 2-0 up. And I think it actually nearly backfired on them. Because in my opinion, I don't think Stokes would have batted like he did. He batted like that, but I'm man possessed because he had the raving ump of what happened. And having that never happened, I think he would have just carried on how he was going, and hopefully Bairstow could have got going and got runs. But there's nothing to guarantee that. And the amount of runs that Stokes did get after that, it makes you wonder whether Bairstow would have got anywhere near that.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's no good crying over spilt milk. I mean,
what's done's done.
I think we would have done the same thing, wouldn't we? You know what I mean? Yeah, we would have done the same thing, to be perfectly honest with you. Right, it's the Ashes tomorrow? Tomorrow. But obviously this is going out tomorrow, so it'll be the next day. So basically, we're at Headingley, and that's going to be a tough one, isn't it? Well, but I think it's on our side.
I think, without a shadow of a doubt, you've got 3 Yorkshiremen in the side. You've got one of them who the argument's been about being stumped, which is Bairstow. That Yorkshire crowd, especially on that West Terrace, I mean, they are fanatical up there for their cricket. And as much as Stuart Broad said he's never heard a Lord's crowd like that before, get behind them. You wait and see what the Aussies get from the Yorkshire crowd. I'm telling you, I wouldn't like to be an Aussie fielding on that boundary by the West Terrace, because they are going to get hammered.
For sure.
And I think with the way England players feel, I think they're going to fight back. And my money would be on England to pull one back here.
That sounds good to me. Bit of Essex.
Yeah.
Are they playing in the county championship at the moment?
The county championship, we are in second place. We had a little bit of unluck when we played Surrey due to the rain. We would have beaten Surrey, there's no doubt about that. We lost probably near on 2 sessions. And we would only have had to get another 3 wickets and we would have bowled them out. They would not have got our score. Surrey, yeah, they're top. Surrey are a very, very hard team to beat.
They're top 120,
We're in second place. We've just got to win our games. The most important for me thing for me at the moment is tomorrow night we're playing BOMMMMM at Edgbaston in the T20 quarterfinals. And funny enough, we had to beat Surrey on Sunday to have a chance of qualifying, and then even beating Surrey, which we did on the last ball. We needed a 4 and we hit a 6.
Fantastic.
We needed Somerset, who'd already won the league in their group, to beat Kent, and thankfully Somerset did. So we got in the back door and we finished 4th. So now we have to take on the winners of the Northern group, which is Birmingham. So we've got to play them away. But T20 is a one-off game.
For sure.
You know, anyone can win it. It has a lot to do with the toss. And the finals, which becomes 4 teams get to the final, the four winners get to the final. And that is at Edgbaston. So it would be a great advantage to us if we could do Birmingham on their own back door tomorrow night, and then we would then be in the playoff finals.
You've always been there or thereabouts, haven't you, Essex?
Who
won the County Division 1 last year?
Surrey.
It was oh, gotcha. Is that because they got the money?
Yeah, the best players end up at Surrey. They're playing in the best ground.
The Oval.
The best kids come through Surrey, through public schools, etc. And top players, we've just lost Lawrence to Surrey because he's been told that he's better off going there. You've got more chance of playing for England if you go and play for Surrey on test grounds. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. The side that amazes me is Middlesex, because they've got the same setup.
The second bottom.
But Middlesex struggle year in, year out.
They do. But you say about that, about players going to Surrey. It's like rugby union, Gloucester, many years ago. If you didn't play at Twickenham or around that particular area for Rosslyn Park Wasps, you would not get in the England side. That's why we had Gloucester Rugby had very few England players. It was all local Gloucester, all in-house, everybody fighting for each other. Same situation as you say on the cricket side, isn't it? So if you look at Division 2, Durham's top. They've done one lately, haven't they?
Durham, a yo-yo team. They're in and out of the first division and the second division on quite a regular basis. But believe it or not, they do produce quite a few good players, especially bowlers that are bowled for England. You know, they brought a lot of people through. You know, Armisen, Wood, they all started at Durham.
Did it? And my boys lost their second bottom. We used to have a great one-day side. Now it's just all gone to pieces. The Memorial Ground down in Bristol, I just don't know what's happened down there. But they had
a very good side when Mark Elaine was captain.
I think he's in the upstairs, I think. I've been told them. Jim Float. We had a lot. Let's go very quickly to players that you liked, the heroes that you remember from years and years ago. I mean, I've got 1 or 2 Gloucester boys and 1 or 2 that I used to watch when I was about 14, 15. Used to get on the bus at Gloucester, go to Cheltenham College and watch there. And, on a Sunday afternoon, take your biscuits, your sandwiches. You have a cracking afternoon, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's a lovely ground, Cheltenham. I've been to see Essex play there. In fact, when I went to see Essex play there, Gooch, who's one of my favourite all-time Essex players, he scored a ton. And Courtney Walsh was bowling for Gloucester at the
West
time.
Indian, top man. Right, listen, now you're talking about Graham Gooch. You've told me a story many times. Tell the viewers your little story very quickly about Graham Gooch. What happened there?
Right, well, we got to our first final in 1979 against Surrey. There was 13 of us that all went, and we all liked to gamble. So what we did, we got a pack of cards, and we said, does everyone want to go in for a tenner? So we all put a tenner in. We drew the cards out. We put Jack as number 11 and the 2 jokers as 12 and 13. Whatever number you drew, that was your player. The one with the most runs got the money. Simple as that. We put one little forfeit in. that if your player got 100,
Yeah.
in order to collect the 130 quid,
Yeah.
you had to take that player a pint onto the pitch.
Oh no.
Now, happily, I got Gooch, number 2, he was on the scorecard. He scored 100, so that was it. There was no way I wasn't going to go onto the pitch. So I got myself a pint, I walked out, walked onto the pitch. No one in history has ever walked onto that pitch and gave a batsman, whether it be an England game, any other game,
Where was it at?
a pint of beer at Lord's.
Oh, was it Lord's?
In the cup final, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I shook Gooch's hand. The umpire told me politely to go, and Gooch said, "You better go, son." So off I went back to my mates, collected the money, and then about 20 minutes later, the long arm of the law come round and asked me to leave.
Yeah.
As I was leaving, the policeman that threw me out, he said, "Here's a ticket to get back in."
Oh.
He said, "Either get rid of that shirt you're wearing." I had a West Ham rugby shirt on at the time. He said, "I'll get rid of the beard." So I called a cab, I went down Portobello Road, went straight into Barber's, which was absolutely jam-packed. I must have been doing a marvellous trade on the Saturday afternoon. So I quickly bought a pair of sunglasses out of there. There was no way I was going to get a shave in time. Went across the road to a boutique, picked the brightest green shirt I could find, come out, got back in the cab, took me West Ham top off, put this green shirt on with these glasses, walked back in the stadium, and then another police officer come up with me immediately and he said, "You should have got a darker pair of sunglasses." So, and I just started laughing. He went, "Just make sure you don't go back on that pitch." I said, "No, officer, I've got my money." So that's it.
That's the book. Essex County Cricket, page 46 and page 47. You'll see on the bottom left-hand corner or right corner as you look in. You won't believe this Wagsy. He got a beard, a bit like the man from the Bear. He's fighting for it. Hey, yeah, let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a look. Page 46, and his hair. Well, as you can see, it's absolutely unbelievable.
I'll show it after.
Oh, you show it after? Okay, we'll show it after. Right, that's a great story. Great story. Now, what about some heroes of yours?
Right. Best 2 overseas players I've seen. Mark Waugh, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
The most classiest batsman I've ever seen. Everything was perfect out of the cricket book.
Yeah.
Every shot. His fielding, best slip fielder I've seen.
Yeah.
Fantastic guy. And then my all-time favourite, simply because I knew him, I used to go drinking with him, and he never stopped scoring runs for Essex, was Stuart Law. So they're the 2 overseas players.
What about sort of, all right, away from Essex, anywhere else that you like watching on TV or whatever?
Right.
Anybody else that stuck out?
Yeah,
stuck out to you?
when I was younger at school, Ken Barrington was my favourite batsman. He played for Surrey, believe it or not. They're not my cup of tea, but he was a great player. I used to like to watch Peter Parfitt play. He played for Middlesex.
Oh, you're going back a bit, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going back a few years, Webby. Botham, obviously an all-time great.
One of my favourites ever.
And I used to enjoy watching Colin Milburn back.
Colin Milburn
as well.
He was a big lump, wasn't he?
He was a big lump. He only had one eye. Played for Northants.
Well, that Brian Close as well. Eve Somerset, didn't he?
Brian Close was Somerset in Yorkshire.
Yeah, left-handed, wasn't he?
Left-handed bat. Brian Close was a very brave man. I mean, he wasn't my cup of tea over a certain issue, but we won't go into that.
Okay.
But no, there's been some greats. Gary Sobers, you know.
6 sixes.
Yeah.
Down against Glamorgan. Who was the
Nash,
bowler?
Malcolm
Nash.
Yeah.
Left-handed.
Left-handed. He hit the 6 sixes.
I remember. I watched that.
Nowadays, Root. I love watching Root.
Oh, he's class.
a great player.
One of the all-time greats, Root, and he's still going.
Yeah, he's still going. Imran Khan, I used to enjoy watching him play cricket.
Yeah. Now he's a politician.
Yeah. I've got another boy from Gloucester, Proctor.
Listen, what have I got down there? Mike Proctor, Stella, is in YRB. He was my all-time great. He would run bowling like that, unbelievable. Okay, and he would go nearly to the outskirts and come running in, phenomenal. And I remember 2 of my great favourites, Hampshire, Gordon Greenwich and Barry Richards.
Yeah, great opening
Two
pair.
great opening bats, weren't they?
Great opening pair.
And we also had Zahir Abbas played for Gloucester, Pakistan. He was number 3, with Sadi Mohammed was number 1.
Yeah.
That was
Pakistan.
phenomenal,
Yeah.
absolutely phenomenal.
Great
And I remember
player.
going to Cheltenham against Gloucester against Kent, 14, 15 years of age, and I always remember sandwich and orange my mum used to give me, and I was walking in the front of the college, beautiful, before the 2020 overs. Asif Iqbal, give me a ball from Kent, and he says, do us a favour, son, and he's like, and he went, bowl me a few balls. I went, round and a half, yeah, only 14, and it was just like little bits, you know,
Yeah.
only like 10
Yeah.
metres, phenomenal. Never forget that, mate, never forget it in the Mother Sundays. Absolutely. So there's me cricket. Is that what a great 20 minutes that is?
Yeah,
I loved
fantastic.
it.
Yeah, fantastic.
Hopefully, give us 2 or 3 more weeks, we'll get you on again.
Right.
And we'll
okay.
talk about the Ashes, the up-to-date, and so on and so forth, and anything that is happening. All I can say is, Wagsy, it's been an absolute pleasure as always.
Cheers, Webby.
Is there anybody you want to say hello to on the camera, that you're going to see your family and stuff?
Yeah, just say hello to the boys. Hope you're behaving yourself to 3 of them. I haven't got no problems there. And also to Rose, as she's carrying my next grandchild. So all
Yeah.
the best, Rose.
Fantastic. All the best, Rose. So when's that one going to do? Do you know the date?
It will be round about November.
November, lovely. Yeah, I've got another grandchild coming in December as well. Listen, that's our cricket for the week. I've had a cracking 20 minutes. This man knows everything, doesn't he? If you like what you see and you like what you hear, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Webby Sports Roundup. It's down in the corner. All I'm going to say, thank you for Tim. He's my bottle washer, my producer. What's the other one's, Tim? Director, anything,
Cameraman.
and the cameraman. He's doing a fantastic job. But what we're going to do at the end, we've got a video that we're going to show right above us, and that's the man from Nottinghamshire, your pal from Nottingham, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, Paul Johnson.
Paul Johnson. You're going to see that after, okay? So all I'm going to say, thank you from me, Webby, me, my pal Wagsy. Take care, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Bye, everybody.
Hi everyone, it's Paul Johnson here, 33 years with Nottinghamshire County Cricket Club and the past 6 years at Leicester coaching. Been asked to do this by Wagsy, and I've been watching Webby's Sports Roundup on YouTube over in Tenerife, raising funds for FACT, doing great work over there with the fight of cancer. I just really wanted to talk to you about the forthcoming Test series, big Ashes series against the Aussies. But first, I just wanted to say, come on, you Reds. Forest have stayed up. Really good effort from Stevie Cooper and the boys. Good luck. By the time you probably play this, you'll find out whether West Ham have managed to win the Cup. And I wish them all the best. I think that's tomorrow night as I'm doing this. So good luck with that. So, Test series, Bazball versus the Aussies. Is it going to work? Well, I certainly think it's going to be entertaining. I certainly think we're going to see a lot of very positive cricket. And my prediction is I'm going to sit on the fence. And I'm going to say it's going to be 2-2. I think one Test match will probably be drawn, whether that's to the weather or whatever it might be. But I'm going to go for 2-2. I hope you all enjoy watching the Ashes out there, and don't forget, follow Webby's Sports Roundup on YouTube every Friday, and I certainly will be as well. Good luck and best wishes to everybody out in Tenerife.